back with another edition of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. As we have made it to the middle of the week on this April 30th, and farmers market starting to pop up all over. I know the farmers market in Council Bluffs is starting tomorrow. Say, by the way, if you would love to see what's going on, we're going to be doing a live webcast from the farmers market. I'm partnering with Kyle Ranney. He is a videographer and has a business called Tail Slate Agency. Many of you around the area know him because he's done a lot of work with small businesses around Southwest Iowa. Well, he's going to be helping me out with this. We'll be doing a live webcast, and we're crossing our fingers that we have a special guest tomorrow during the webcast, the coach for the local semi-pro soccer team, Brian Locke from the CB Captains, coming over to talk about their season. It's already underway. They've played one game. It was a 1-1 draw, and another game coming up this Saturday. So all of that will be coming up on a live webcast tomorrow at around 4:15. So on Facebook, you can find it. Just follow Lus Hills Media and Podcast on Facebook. And if you haven't clicked that follow button or that like button yet, please do. And also, if you wouldn't mind, the share button would be big. If you could click that button as well on these episodes, because what happens when you do that is it helps with the online algorithm, and it pushes this show out further, which allows more people in the area to be able to see what's going on, including we have a special guest on today's show. It is Glen Bertelsen from Bertelsen Beef, and we learn a little bit about where the idea came from, how Glen got started, and what his future plans are for Bertelsen Beef. All of that is coming up on today's show. In the meantime, do you or someone you love need in-home care? Home Care Advocacy Network helps you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place can be critical for many people. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa brings the personal touch to care at home all around Southwest Iowa. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. Castle & Associates of American Family Insurance is your local insurance provider for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs. 4 convenient locations. They're in Trainer, offices in Council Bluffs, also in Bellevue and in Elkhorn. They are local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team educate, advise, and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. And we're going to have Travis on the show yet this week to answer some of those insurance questions. A lot of changes going on in the insurance industry, and Travis Castle is a great source of information. So that is coming up on a later show yet this week here on Local Roots. Joining us this morning, it is Glen Bertelsen of Bertelsen Beef in Underwood. Thank you much, sir, for taking some time out of your day. And, because farmers just have so much free time that they could jump on the internet and talk to guys like me, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Well, and what you guys are doing there, I think, is inspirational. And I also think that you're probably going to see a lot more beef producers doing the same kind of thing that you're doing, just taking it straight to the public as opposed to going through all the middlemen.
Yeah. The probably around COVID in 2020, the government put a bunch of grant money and things out into the market for kind of to spread the work from the big 4 of Tyson and your big packing plants to kind of promote these smaller guys to build smaller farm to table lockers, and we were able to get some of that grant money. Nothing to blow the water out, but it's been good. And we got opened up about a year ago, and so far it's been good.
How much research did you have to put into it before you were felt comfortable enough to make the launch?
When we first decided we were going to do this, no one in my family knew anything about meat processing. We didn't know how to butcher an animal or cut a ribeye or any of that sort of thing. So I had called the locker we previously had been taking all our animals to for our own personal, and worked there for 2 years under Randy Henningsen in Atlantic, Iowa. And he trained me everything for 2 years. And then I had to do a 3-day short course at Iowa State, learning on E. coli and other bacteria and other sort of things with food safety, and did that. And so it was it was a big learning process. And then even once we opened the doors, there's still a big learning curve with, sorts of running the business and much other things outside of just, meat processing.
You talked about that learning curve, and I've spoken with many business owners over the years, and that's something that everyone has to get through. And I'm sure that there was a lot of things that you had to learn that you didn't even know you had to learn before you got started.
Oh yeah, lots of. Oh yeah.
So what was the process to start to market this product then? Because it's one thing to offer the service and to be able to sell directly to the public. It's something else for them to even know you're there.
Yeah, and we built on a gravel road, so we're not in city at the city limits at all. We're just a quarter mile past our farm here in Underwood, outside of town. But I've had Western Iowa Development Association. They've helped me a lot with marketing. Kelsey Rollins with Sprout Marketing here in Underwood. She's probably my biggest help with social media and with all sorts of things with the business. But just word of mouth and talking to other farmers, and we've been getting really good feedback. So I think that's been the biggest thing, and just letting word spread on the work we've done and the product we're putting out to the community.
What's some of the feedback that you've been getting? I mean, obviously that's key, because there is no better advertising than one person telling another person, "Hey, you need to go here."
Yeah, I think a big thing is the farm to table. I think people like knowing where the food comes from. And another thing, we compared to a lot of competitors, a lot of guys age their beef for 10 to 14 days, where we're doing 21, which that makes your steaks and roasts a lot more tender. And just knowing where your food comes from and being right here in Underwood versus the packing plant.
How are you reaching people as far as, do they have to come to you? Are you doing shipping yet, or what's that process?
We haven't done any shipping. We're getting the process of starting online orders for in-store pickup. That'll be coming soon, but mostly just been people calling. We do a lot of advertising on Facebook, so we get a lot of Facebook messaging and that sort of thing. But mostly it's consumer reaching out to us.
So folks still have to come to you, and I'm sure that there's that's a whole nother process if you were going to start shipping beef through the mail or through a secondary service. That's an entirely different conversation that I'm sure that there's another learning curve that you got to get through.
Yeah, that'd be a big step. It'd be a whole step up with the USDA inspection. Right now, we're just inspected on the state level. If I wanted to ship and do that sort of thing across state lines, I'd have to go up to federal inspection. So right now, I'm not even at a point to be able to do that, but possibly down the road.
Are you keeping track of where your customers are coming from? I mean, how far out are you seeing people?
Yeah, we kind of see Facebook kind of gives us a little bit of analytics to see where people are coming from and where we're getting attention. And it's mostly from our local communities, Underwood, Neola, Minden. But, we're starting to get into Counts Bluffs, and I've even had customers recently saying they're from Omaha and Bellevue. And so I think word's spreading and getting out into Omaha even a little bit.
Are you thinking that you're going to stick strictly with just retailing it yourself, or has there been any thought to providing product to another retailer?
I do at the moment. There's a small family, Lidell's in Griswold, who they've opened up a little retail shop, but they don't have any processing facilities there. And I'm doing all their processing for them. And I am doing that for a couple other people as well.
So it's growth seems to be happening fairly quickly. Do you have anything mapped out as far as where you want to see this company grow, or have you reached that stage?
Yeah, like right now we're doing probably 6 to 8 animals a week, and my facility's built for 20 a week. So I'd like to, get that 6 to 8 up to 10, and then maybe get that to 12 and 15, and then eventually be able to get up to that 20 animal a week mark.
Do you have enough, enough cows there that you can handle that? I mean, that's that you'd be going through a lot at 20 a week.
Yeah, my family usually has about 600 to 700 animals on hand at all times, so we feed animals out throughout the whole year.
Yeah. So how big is your operation? I mean, how many acres do you have there?
We farm 1,500 acres of row crop, and then at our absolute max, we can hold about 1,000 head of livestock.
That's a pretty big operation, and I tell me a little bit about your personal background. When you were going through school, and did you always think that this was the direction you were going to go?
No, no, absolutely not. I graduated high school in 2016 and went to Northwest Missouri State and studied ag business. I figured I'd come home and farm with my father and grandfather, and it wasn't until about 2, 3 years after I graduated from college that we decided we were going to do this. So it was a huge turn. Never realized I'd be doing this at all. Never would have thought in my wildest dreams. But if I would have known, I probably would have studied meat science or studied, something a little bit different. But it's all hindsight now. But it's good. I've learned a lot, and I think even, like I said, working with Henningson's in Atlantic and getting hands-on training was probably way better and way more I'd ever even learned than sitting in a classroom.
Do you find that it's you're starting to see more and more young people want to return to the family farm? Is that a trend that we're seeing now?
I don't know. I think that's probably just from family to family, kid to kid. Some kids are interested, and other kids want to get as far away from it as possible. So I think it just kind of
There's
varies from person to person.
Yeah, it's I hear the story a lot about people growing up in a smaller community, and I talk to a lot of people around Southwest Iowa. So they grow up in a small community, and they think that, oh, I just have to get away from here. And then after they're gone, they realize, oh, I don't have what I had before, and that was actually pretty good. So they end up going back, and it sounds like that was never an issue for you. That you just kind of knew that you
Oh
wanted to be on the farm.
no, I wouldn't say that. Getting out of high school, I definitely had the itch to get out of Underwood for a little bit, but after 4 years of being in college, I was ready to come back home and be close to my family and friends and be back home.
What are some of the things about Underwood and the community that keeps you there and makes you want to be there?
I've just been here my whole life. I know so many people, so many other farmers, and just getting involved in the community now with starting a business and um, donating to small things and being involved with the community and it's just kind of a soft spot in my heart. Just a small town. It's just where I've been my whole life and um, plan on staying here for the future.
Yep, that sounds like you've got a lot of great things going on right now, Glenn. And I'm excited to watch this business grow because there's a buzz. I knew about. I'm in Council Bluffs. I knew about you before. Even though you're just up in Underwood, word's getting out,
Yeah,
and I think that's just going to continue to grow.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's the goal, and it took a little bit of time. Like I said, we opened in March 24, and it was a little slow at first. We probably really didn't start to see a lot of traffic till about July. And, kind of when West Fair started picking up and fair season, that sort of thing. That was when we really started getting busy, and it's been pretty constant ever since. And we notice things getting busier and busier as the months go.
Well, I've been on your website and I see that you've got all of the different products that you have for sale. Is there things that are more popular than others?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We can't keep enough ribeyes on hand. They sell like hotcakes. It seems like it's about as soon as we can get them cut, it's about as quick as they're out the door.
Is that for you too? Is that your favorite cut of meat?
It's a little fatty for me. I prefer a New York strip, but to each their own. Some people think the flavors in the fat, which it is, but I like a little bit of leaner
Well,
cut.
and I understand that completely. And for me, it's more about where the texture is and how tender is it. And if you can get a New York strip that is tender, then to me, I like that almost better than a ribeye. It's just got a little more substance to it, I think,
Yeah,
personally.
absolutely.
Well, I appreciate your time, Glenn. I know that you're a busy, busy man and tons to do, but I hope that we get you back on again and we can hear more about the growth and the success you're having there.
Yeah, absolutely, Todd. I appreciate you having me on.
If you need precision metal fabrication done right, look no further than Foxco Fabrication. Custom welding, large-scale manufacturing, bringing your ideas to life with expert craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. They love the one-off projects, the small projects. This is one of Rick's metal business cards. And These are some of the different things he works on. Works on mugs, works on signs, large and small. Go to foxcofab.com. Look at some of the work that they're doing. And also, if you would go back to the show earlier this week, you can hear directly from Rick all of the wonderful things that they do at Foxco Fabrication. If you have a leak or a clogged drain, or maybe you're planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered. Fast, reliable service, expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. They are locally owned, and they take pride in doing the job right the first time. Residential or commercial, big or small, when plumbing problems strike, call Waldstein Plumbing and visit them online at waldsteinplumbing.com. That's going to wrap up the show for the middle of the week. Do you remember that old commercial with the camel? Hey, Dave, you know what day it is? Yes, I do. It is Wednesday. That's all that it is. It's Wednesday. So, middle of the week, I hope you have a very productive and profitable day. And I look forward to seeing you right back here on Thursday. My name's Todd Studer. Have a great one.